Welcome to the next video of the fifth section, playing audio and adding audio controls. In the previous video, we have learned how to add and remove items from the playlist. In this video, we will code the features such as play stop, pause unpause, next track, previous track, fast forward, rewind, volume change, and mute unmute. Let's get started. First, we will see how to add the play stop function. Now that we have a playlist and a player class that can play audio, playing audio is simply about updating the current track index and calling the play method. Accordingly, let's add an attribute in the view.py file as shown. Furthermore, the play button should act as a toggle between the play and stop functions. The Python itertools module provides the cycle method, which is a very convenient way to toggle between two or more values. Accordingly, we need to import the itertools module and define a new attribute as you can see here. Now, every time we call next toggle underscore play underscore stop, the value returned toggles between the play and stop strings. Next, modify the on underscore play underscore stop underscore button underscore clicked method so that it looks like this. As you can see, I have modified this and this method. This method simply toggles between calling the start underscore play and stop underscore play methods, which are defined in this way. Here, the code calls the play and stop related methods defined in the player class. It also changes the button image from the play icon to the stop icon by using the widget.config image equals new underscore image underscore icon method. While we're handling the play function, let's modify the command callback so that a user can play a track simply by double-clicking on it. We have already defined a method named on underscore play underscore list underscore double underscore clicked earlier, which is currently empty. Simply modify it as shown. We will now move on to add the pause or unpause function. Since we need a single button to toggle between pause and unpause, we will again use the cycle method from the itertools module. Define an attribute using this code. Then modify the command callback attached to the button as shown. This takes care of the pause and unpause feature of the program. Now, let's add the mute or unmute function. This is similar to coding the pause or unpause feature. We need an attribute that can toggle between the mute and unmute string. Accordingly, add an attribute like this. Then, modify the command callback to call the mute or unmute function from the player class, change the button icon to the mute or unmute image, and shift the volume scale accordingly. Let's take a look at the fast forward or rewind function. The code for fast forward and rewind are the simplest. We've already defined the methods to handle this in the player class. Now, it's only a matter of connecting them to the concerned command callback like this. We will now add the next track or previous track function. While we had defined the code for fast forward and rewind in the player class, we did not define the method related to next track and previous track there, because this can be handled by the existing play method. All that you need to do is simply increment or decrement the value of current underscore track and then call the play method. Accordingly, define two methods in the view class as you can see here. Then, simply attach these two methods to the respective command callback as shown. Let's see how to add the volume change function now. We have already defined the volume method in the player class. Now, all that you need to do is simply get the value of the volume scale widget and set the volume in the player class. Also ensure that in case the volume becomes 0, we change the volume button icon to the mute image. For that, use these lines of code. This concludes the iteration. The player is now functional enough to be called an audio player. Go ahead and add some music files to the player. Press the play button and enjoy the music. Try out other player controls that we defined in this iteration, and they should work as expected. Awesome! In this video, we've successfully learned how to play audio and adding audio controls. In the next video, we'll see how to create a seek bar.